up in the morning, I see nothing but concrete and pouring rain.
Pete, if I am correct, it would have been just around, a year since the last time I saw you? How have things been going since your episode on the launch and winning your episode and just really kickstarting that career of yours?
Yeah, it's been awesome. The launch was in February, and it feels like a whole lifetime ago. But it was a really cool time, and I think it's led to hopefully more people waiting for this record to come out, which happened yesterday. So I'm feeling really great.
Holy, it's been February. Why does it feel like a year?
I know.
Crazy.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
And I noticed new hairstyle. What's going on with this?
Oh yeah, well, I'd always wanted to shave my head, and I was working with a stylist at one point, and he was like, if you're going to shave your head, you need to make it a thing. Like, it needs to be, you need to build it into something that you do or whatever, because it's just such a drastic change. And then when we were thinking about the video for Birdsong, I was like, this is my moment. I want to do this. And it just worked so perfectly with the kind of feeling of the song and everything. So it just was such a kind of happy coincidence that I've been thinking about that for a long time.
It's looking good on you, sir. What
Thank
performances
you.
have you been doing since, throughout the spring and summer? Where have you been? Where your showcases have been? And, even trying to make time to get in the studio to start recording. What was that all like?
Yeah, totally. Well, over the spring, I was in the UK, and I played a couple festivals there, The Great Escape and Focus Wales, and that was amazing. I was born in the UK, but I haven't been back there to play music, so it was a lot of fun to go back there, and led to me going back there in November, this coming November, which is going to be a lot of fun. So that was great. And then the summer was splitting a lot of time around the East Coast of Canada and playing a lot of festivals. Played Toronto Pride and the Stan Rogers Folk Festival and Halifax Pride, and just all kinds of different ones, like Garden Square in Brampton. So there's a lot of outdoor summer festivals, which was great. And then I just got back from showcasing in Germany at Reeperbahn Festival, and now we're heading into the record releases. Yeah, so it'll be great.
So how did you make time to record?
Well, the record was actually finished. We've been working on this record for the last 4 years, and so the recording process was pretty much finished. It was actually supposed to be out last fall, and then with the launch coming up, we pushed the release date. So I've been sitting on this for quite some time, and I'm really, really excited that it's finally coming out.
What's the recording, and what's it about?
It's a self-titled record. It's like 9-track self-titled record. And it just really is a document of the last 4 years of my life. There's been a lot of change and a lot of kind of self-discovery in the last 4 years. And obviously the political climate that we're living in has changed drastically in the last 4 years. So I think a lot of it is meditations and reflections on all of those things,
Were there any changes that you made after winning the launch? Was there anything you thought, okay, you know what, now we got this stage, maybe we should change this up a little bit? Or was it just, you know what, this is perfect timing because now that we've got the stage with the launch, this self-titled is going to be perfect to launch for people who really know who and what I'm about?
Yeah, I think we spent some time thinking like, should we kind of push this record in a more pop direction, because I'd been so lucky to get some great pop radio spins with Hope from the launch, and we started to do that a little bit, and there were some songs that we reworked a tiny bit, but for the most part we left it the way it was, because we were just like, we don't need to fix something that isn't broken, and this was never really going to be like a pop radio record. It's a very personal record, and it's very like songwriting based, and the production is very cinematic and all of that. So we were like, let's not push this into a place that it's not supposed to go, and this is not the last record I'm going to make. So the next time around we can take things in a more poppy direction, which is like the way that I'm kind of leaning these days. But I just felt like it was really important to get this out as it was, because it is just such an important documentation of the last period of my life.
What's the latest single out right now?
Sorry?
What's the latest single out right now?
The latest single out is called Birdsong.
And you kind of mentioned that before. You mentioned about the video too, but what's the single about itself?
Yeah, the single is about transformation and self-discovery. I wrote it when I was living in Toronto, and I was living right downtown Toronto, and I was really feeling like the crush of the city a little bit. And I think it's about, being constantly surrounded by people and stimulated all the time, and just trying to find yourself reflected in a constant stream of information, and not necessarily seeing yourself reflected and wondering what that all means, and where you are going to finally meet yourself eventually. So that's what that song is about to me.
Then I opened my mind. I skipped the pills for a night, and I opened my mind, my overworked and sleep deprived, no motherfucking appetite.
Well, you're definitely out there. People know who you are. They know what you're about. How does it feel being that role model now? And, just letting people know that, no matter who you are or what's going on, if you hold on to your dreams, you can be successful.
Yeah, I think it's a real honor to have people kind of looking to me for that kind of support. I feel like that's an amazing thing to have people ascribe to you, and all I can do is just continue to make the music that I want to make and be as honest as possible, and if that can help people, then that's like probably the best and most rewarding part about all of this, Yeah.
Definitely. As we talked about all the places you've been going to, are there going to be more shows, more tours? What's happening with that?
Yeah, so I have an album release in Toronto this evening at the Baby G, and then I'm going to Montreal for Pop Montreal on Saturday the 28th. And then on October 3rd, I'll be playing an album release in Halifax at the Bus Stop Theatre. And then I'm heading over to France and England, doing a residency in France and writing a musical with a friend of mine there. And then heading to the UK for all of November to do some shows and some writing over there. So that'll be really fun. I think the next time that I'm kind of doing a tour, Canadian dates and Canadian tour will be in the new year. So that'll keep your eyes peeled for that.
I just love the fact you say all this stuff so calmly, like, yeah, I'm going to France, I'm writing this, big show, I'm going to have a residency there, You know what, and that really reflects on the kind of person that you are. So congratulations. So we know where you are around the world. Social media is the place to go. Where do we follow you?
You can follow me online at Sweet Baby T without any vowels. So it's SWTBBT on all social platforms.
Buddy, congratulations on all this. Let's keep in touch. And definitely want to talk more about new music, new singles, more shows, just more everything. Congrats.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Rudy.
Take care. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Your body knew